Hey everybody, clearing. Okay, so today is the Divine Masculine check-in, and let's begin. So the first thing I'm being asked to look at is what future sign, synchronicity, preparation, readiness are the Divine Masculines holding out for before coming forward. Let's just get real with that and see, what is it, Divine Masculines, that you are waiting for? What is it that we can see? So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest and most beneficial information coming through. What is it that the Divine Masculine Collective is waiting for as an indication of readiness to come forward in this connection? Wow, we are getting some really obscure things. One sec. And this one on the floor. The Four of Coins is, you know, in this deck, it's like letting go of financial worries, possibly letting go of guarding the heart. So immediately I'm just feeling like this is that knowing on the heart space that it's time, healing has taken place, time has passed. There's just this opening feeling that can happen here. So what I'm really getting is, you know, when the karmic lessons are learned, when that karmic completion happens, when there are soul level experiences that are needing to still play out, the Grim Reaper here, the transformation, that's talking about when the work is done, when the transformation comes in and takes away this guard. That comes with knowledge, that comes with insight, that comes with having lived it firsthand, or having to experience a life event that removes the need or the ability to cling onto the past. So some, you know, life happens to you kind of events, but ultimately it's happening for you, not to you. But it's going to take something like that to impress upon the masculines that it's time to come forward. We also have the Wounded Warrior in this guarded energy. So two cards that indicate the guarding of the heart, the not having fully healed, not having fully stepped into the finalization of the karma. The Wands are the karmic path. The Ten of Wands is when we put the burden down for the brand new beginnings, the passionate, soul-driven new beginnings. But the Nine of Wands, it's still fighting the good fight, persevering until the end, being dutiful, going through the motions, understanding the inner workings of a process. So these things need to play out. This is something that feels like destiny, like fate. And even in this card, the Seven of Swords, the masculines want to already come forward, but if they do, it's a trap. So this could be their own fear and strategy, overthinking, second guessing, which could come from not being fully free in mind, energy, heart space here. But it could also mean that no matter what the masculines do, there's a greater divine destined plan here playing out, and that they've tried really hard to come forward, and maybe divine intervention has prevented that, so that the healing and the authentic process is experienced. It feels like it is circumstances. I saw 444 just as I said that. So you can pray for angelic protection, assistance, everybody watching this. But also just know that there is a cosmic clockwork playing out, and it looks like all of the situations that need to come to fruition will have to in order for the masculines to come forward. It's just certain things that are part of this whole cosmic unfolding that are beyond the simple control of the individual, is what I'm getting. Okay, good reminder, everybody. So let's see what the divine masculines are thinking about the connection, what the divine masculines are feeling about the connection on their heart space and the divine feminine. What are the DMs wishing for the connection? What actions are being taken that will move the DMs closer to union? What is the biggest challenge at this time? What is the spirit-guided solution for that challenge? And where is the connection going in the near future? Oh, one more shuffle. I just heard some things are coming out of nowhere, but the divine masculines are going through the motions in stride right now. So there's a bit of a newfound balance the masculines are recognizing in themselves. Reminds me of when I say that all is well with my soul, but there sure is a lot of it. Okay, so here we go. What are the masculines thinking about the connection at this time? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot, exactly. Divine timing, divine intervention. And we saw that from the beginning spread. Like, they are really waiting for everything to fall into place, and that they will just know that it feels right beyond a shadow of a doubt. They've tried to buck the system, they've tried to move it forward, but they know the hand of God is at play and there's nothing they can do about it. They've seen how things in their own lives have come up when they've wanted to go forward. They've seen how certain things that they've created have push the energy or not. They've seen how when they've tried to prematurely bring it forward, that things have not been as successful as they've thought they would. They're surrendering. They are truly understanding that divine will is at play. A while ago, we saw the divine masculines deferring completely to the divine, and the divine saying, you are more powerful than you now realize. And so this feels like an agreement's being reached between the divine and the divine masculines, where there's a middle ground. And isn't that beautiful? Because that is the same level of exchange that is modeled by the connection with the divine that translates to success with earthly based relationships, terrestrial relationships. So when the masculines find stride with this, they know that that cosmic calendar, the motion forward energetically, when the energetics of things align with divine will, that is when things go forward. And so they're seeing the inner workings of that. They're knowing it, they're feeling it, they're intuitively, instinctually getting stride with this. And that is the perfect model to have success in these twin connections. Wow, that is incredibly beautiful. So wow, you know, a while ago we saw that the divine masculines were treating the divine feminines just like they were being treated by the karmic partners. That was like in the fall or maybe summer last year. I started channeling a theme that the masculines were seeing through, or were realizing that they were allowing the karmic partners to treat them certain ways, and that there was a parallel between how they were treating the divine feminine. What I'm seeing here is now that they are evolving and seeing divine interplay, that personal relationship with love, the divine is love, they now understand the appropriate conduct within a love relationship. They're not taking cues from the compare and contrast today. They're actually gaining instruction and deep, deep knowing about how to conduct themselves with you based on their awareness of how harmony is reached in their connection to the divine and the nature of reality and the universe. This is a major epiphany. 2 major arcanas that equal that. That is stunning. That is absolutely incredible energy. So divine feminines, take a cue from that and also seek your own awareness of that if you have not consciously been aware of how you connect with Source as a template for how you can connect in love with your masculine. Get busy and figure that stuff out, because the masculines might be ahead of you on that. Okay, what are the masculines feeling in the heart space for their divine feminine? Okay, the Hierophant. Wow, so they are looking at you. There is a feminine energy as the High Priest here, so a lot of balancing within. Typically the Hierophant is a masculine and this is a feminine energy. So there is a recognition, divine feminines, that you have embodied union, spiritual union. Wow, I'm hearing that this connection exemplifies spiritual union and the potential of heaven on earth, of divine love connection to Source, the intimate relationship with Source. The divine masculines have seen that that can be balanced out and exemplified in your connection. Spiritual union. Wow, masculines are realizing there's a spiritual union. Whether they call it that or they know about twin flames or not, that's another story. But they are feeling it on the heart space, that this is spiritually balanced or energetically balanced, or, you know, the behind the scenes, the underlying frequency, the feeling of it. It's balanced that way. And the Five of Wands is about all of the karmic distractions, all of the things that are other. When they meet you in this Holy of Holies on the heart space, there's this peace and this amazing connection, this home energy, spiritual home, otherworldly home energy, sacred, sacred, sacred connection. And it's not of terrestrial origin. It's not of the imprinting of the earth plane. It is truly transcendent. It's otherworldly. Wow, beautiful recognition there. It's the one shot they have at true connection they're seeing. Wow, what is the wish? The Hanged Man with the Two of Cups. So they are deciding, oh look, the caduceus, the twin flame symbol. They're trying to decide what this connection is. You know, I'm truly feeling that they know that they see a compatibility, yin-yang here with the light and dark. They see this balance. They know the strength of this connection. They're seeking higher awareness on what this is. Wow, 3 major arcana so far. Wheel of Fortune, the Hierophant, and the Hanged Man. So they're really asking the divine, or meditating, or thinking deeply, if that's all they call it, on what is it about this love that is so different than any other example that they've seen. Beautiful stuff. What action is being taken? Are you kidding? Another major arcana. This is a major rite of passage. This is a progression. Now we're getting the Death card, the transformation, the transmutation, and this is waiting. It did come out in the reverse, but I'm not reading reversals today. So this investment, they know that this connection is worth investing in, but it needs to go through a transformation. They know they are going through a transformation. They know they are tending to the things that run through reality. The coins are about the material realm. 7 is a number of rest. It is a divine number of completion and rest. And so it is a pause. They know that they are going through a transformation that has to do with divine energies, with the otherworldly energies. Their eyes are being opened, they're expanding, they're seeing things in new ways, and they're investing in that motion right now. They're putting their heart and soul into giving themselves space to see things magically in a new way, like a child, but they're working with the elementals, they're tuning into frequencies, they're feeling vibes. Whatever languaging they're understanding, they're picking up on the unseen realms in a really intriguing way right now. So they're actually quite fascinated by it, with fresh eyes, with newfound curiosity and wonder. And they're tuning out the rest of the world in a way. It's like there's so much going on for them, and so many changes and so many energies converging, but there's this still masterful growing energy within them that everything feels like it's transforming, and they're seeing themselves showing up differently, feeling more balance within, even in the face of adversity that would have thrown them out of balance in the past. They're seeing themselves as stable, as more long-term, as invested in the right things becoming. What a great energy. Patience and fortitude, I'm hearing. Okay, what is the challenge? 10 of fire and the Hierophant again. So this is taking down the hierarchies, taking down legalism, taking down the stigma regarding spiritual developmental stage. I'm really feeling like this is a gatekeeper of perception when we step into mastery. So masculines, divine masculines, you're seeing the limitations of the karmic burdens. You're seeing the finale of some of the lessons. You're seeing the end of some of the struggle, the burden, the hardship, because you're learning you don't have to take an enslaved approach, a dutied approach. You don't have to self-sacrifice, and there's a new level. I know that theme of self-sacrifice started working its way out over this last winter in the collective, and now there's this new level of freedom, of burning the karmic contracts, of releasing from the beliefs that have been energetically handed to us, the guilt and shame templates. So masculines, the challenge is to continue to see through the inner workings of the paradigms that have kept you enslaved to certain things that have not allowed for freedom. What is the spirit guided solution for this? The Hermit. So wow, we've got like 5 major arcana and 110 here for the masculines, and the 4 of Pentacles again. This was the guarded on the heart space with the Grim Reaper card that showed up first. So the divine guidance for you masculines is go into that hermit mode. Ask the divine to show you the cutting edge of where you can open your heart, where you can let spiritual light in, where you can see through the entrappings of the world, the contracts, the belief structures, the fear-based paradigms that keep you guarding your heart. Masculine, soften into releasing those things of the world. Don't place your foundation footing in the 3D. Place it on the higher knowledge behind this sacred door, that door to spirit, the door to communion with the divine. Keep seeking that, to be shown all of the misconceptions, the assumptions of the worldly imprinting that you have fallen into, and continue to allow freedom to come into your heart, because when you're no longer in bondage to those belief structures, you're freed to experience the reality of present moment without the heaviness, without the caution to follow what your heart truly desires going forward. Whereas the connection going in the near future, Seven of Earth again, and the Hermit again. So the Seven of Earth was this investment in the transformation, and the Hermit came up as the solution. So the masculines are combining what they're gaining in their transformation and this seeking divine destined path energy, and they're not only just investing in their transformation anymore, but they're investing in meditating on what the divine would have them see regarding their destined path. This is a surrendering of the ego and a humility coming in. I'm hearing the student awakens, the teacher awakens, a connection to that interplay with the divine, that masculines have learned the discipline to get downloads, transmissions from the divine on the fly in real time. They've unlocked that key of navigation, seamless navigation. They're taking stride with asking for divine guidance. Whoa, nice. Okay, what can we see for the feminines watching? What is a message from the divine? Voyage, it's part of the journey, and I'm hearing believe in the impossible. Look at that whale flying with a baby whale, levitating. Believe in the impossible. Oh, and there's a full moon there. We just had a full moon, so by the next moon cycle, feminines, you will surely see something that you thought was once impossible regarding your journey. Ah, that's nice. And what can we see for the masculines? Freedom. Yes, divine masculines, you're tuning in to the freedom that comes when you humbly align with the divine. Instead of thinking that the rebellious, headstrong, ego-driven path provides freedom, you're seeing how dropping the resistance and connecting with Source affords the true freedom in all things. Absolutely beautiful, everyone. Much love and bye for now.